Good afternoon. This is Grandma Freeman, and I just wanted to show you the progress of this little quilt that I'm making for my granddaughter, Olivia, for Christmas. So far, I have all the squares sewed together and the edging sewed on to the top of the quilt, and now I am fastening the quilt to this beautiful quilted backing. Now, I had 3 ways that I would do this, and I talked about that in my previous video, and so I'm using 2 of those methods. What I've done was tied these cross roads, cross sections together with embroidery thread, and they're tied all the way through the backing as well as the top. And then at a distance, they're not very visible. I like that. And they're in kind of a pinkish, a different tone pinkish yarn or thread. And then I decided to, down here, to secure the edging with embroidery thread, which is thicker than regular sewing thread. And I started up here. You see, I tried to keep it as straight and uniform as I could. And then you see here, I tied it to itself, but when I get to all the way around, I'm going to tie the loose ends together. And I did it over here already when I put these together at a seam. And I tied them, and then I wove it into, where is it? I wove the loose edges into that stitching and tied it again. And I know it shows, it's just like a knot there. It's a great big knot, but from a distance it's not too noticeable. Looks like a star. And before I cut my thread, when I get it on the needle, I go down to all the way down here, and then I tied this here, and I still have those loose ends. Well, I'm going to do the same method. I'm going to bring it through and then tie it. I'll do that probably when I get done. I just wanted to see what it looked like. And so you see I have secured these because I did not tie these edges here. You see where I did not tie them. So I'm sewing that on because I tied them, it was about 6 inches apart, and that is still about 6 inches apart there. And then instead of sewing down that row onto the flower edging, I'm going to sew on the purple, and I'm going to use the same thread. This is a rose-colored thread, and it's going to be over the purple, but I don't think it will look bad if I try very hard to keep my stitching close to the edge and as straight as I can get it. You have to remember, this is a handmade, not machine made. And I prefer not to make it machine sewn because I want to keep the thread from showing on this side. These, where I joined it, the embroidery thread shows it's only one time through, but it's very secure, and it's already about 3 or 4 thicknesses together, woven together. And so it's like that, but that's not too bad, but it's mostly uniform, and it'll be uniform all the way through. And then on these edges, let me show you how I plan to, right here, I'm going to bring this back about 1.25 inches and then tuck it under. But I need to cut 1.25 inches off of this backing, which is, the batting is inside 2 pieces of cloth and all quilted together by machine. So when I do it, I'm going to have it like that, and then another inch, and that is going of this right here, and that's going to look, it's going to make it narrower, but it's going to be about, it has to be at least 1.25 inches. The 1/4 inch just to be tucked under, and then I will sew it by machine, and to make it very secure, and the stitching will be about that, like that, in probably lavender, that final. And so that's where I'm at now, and I think this is going to look very nice when it's done. I know it's kind of different, but that's an American style of, they have woven cloth together like that in different colors, to where they have those little, that look. And I think it's rather pretty. I like the smaller edging, and then the larger edging with a contrasting color. And there's a kind of, not purple, but kind of, well, yeah, dark purple is in there too. So that kind of goes together with the lighter lavender. Anyway, the main thing is that it will keep her warm and toasty in the winter on her top bunk. So it's rather cold in this, and it's hot in the summer, and it gets freezing in the winter for a few days or a month. It gets very, very cold. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.